We are taking chapter number 3, metals and non-metals. We will see important questions and board questions on metals and non-metals. Write one example of each. The metal which is so soft that it can be cut with knife. Sodium. Non-metal which is hardest substance. So it's diamond. Sodium and diamond, which is a form of carbon only. A metal and non-metal which exist as liquid in room temperature. So mercury is liquid metal, bromine is liquid non-metal. Mention the names of the metal for the following. Two metal which are alloyed with iron to make stainless steel. So this is nickel and chromium. They form stainless steel. Two metals which are used to make jewelry, gold and platinum. State three reasons for the following fact. Sulfur is non-metal. So sulfur is non-metal and magnesium is metal. We'll see side by side. First is sulfur is poor conductor of heat and electricity. Magnesium is good conductor of heat and electricity. Second is sulfur is neither malleable nor ductile. Magnesium is malleable as well as ductile. Sulfur combined with oxygen gives you sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide combined with water gives you sulfurous acid. Sulfur dioxide is acidic oxide, as you see here. While magnesium when combined with oxygen gives you 2MgO or MgO, magnesium oxide, and with water it gives you magnesium hydroxide. So hydroxide, this is magnesium oxide, is basic in nature. What is cinnabar? How is metal extracted from cinnabar? Explain briefly. So cinnabar is nothing but HGS. Mercury is obtained by roasting cinnabar. So this HGS is in the oxygen, it gives HgO. So this HgO which is formed is thermally unstable and then it gives you mercury. So with heat it gives you Hg or oxygen, or HgS can be combined with oxygen to give Hg and SO2. Now this mercury can be purified by distillation. Write the electron dot structure for potassium and chlorine. So K2881, one is valence, and chlorine, it has 7 valence, one is required, 287. So the potassium loses 1 electron, chlorine gains 1 electron, and then K and Cl form KCl. Then KCl has ions. This is the third part, name the ions K plus and Cl minus. And we have also shown the formation of KCl by transfer of electron. State the electron dot structure for calcium and sulfur. So calcium, 2 is valence, so we have 2 dots. Sulfur, 6 valence, so 6 dots. Show the formation of CaS by transfer of electron. Ca will lose 2 electrons, sulfur will get 2 electrons. So these will get combined, Ca2 plus S2 minus. Name the ions present in compound Cas. Atomic number is 20, CaO is 16. So Ca2 plus and S2 minus. This is 20 and this is 16. Write electron dot diagram for chlorine, 17 atomic number, calcium 20. Show the formation of calcium chloride by transfer of electron. So Ca 17, 287, 7 in the valence, 282, 2 in the valence. Calcium loses 2 electron, chlorine gains 2 electron. So Ca, this combines with 1 chlorine, this combines with 1 chlorine to give you CaCl2. The second part is identify the nature of above compound, explain 3 physical properties of such compound. So it's an ionic compound. The physical properties, it is hard and solid, it is high melting and boiling point, and it is soluble in water. You are given 3 samples, sample of 3 metals, sodium, magnesium and copper. Suggest any 2 activities to arrange them in order of decreasing activity. So sodium, it reacts with cold water vigorously to form sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas, highest one. Magnesium does not react with cold water, but with hot water it produces magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. This is 1, this is 2. And third one is these two shows that sodium is more reactive than magnesium. Then magnesium, when react with copper sulfate, it replaces copper, but copper could not replace magnesium from magnesium sulfate. No reaction. Therefore, copper comes later than these two. You are provided with magnesium ribbon and sulfur powder. Explain with the help of an activity that metal oxides are basic and non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. So our aim is to test the nature of oxide which is formed by metal and non-metal. So material required would be sulfur powder, magnesium ribbon, water, blue litmus paper, red litmus paper. So what will be the procedure? We'll take some magnesium ribbon with pair of tongs and burn it in flame or in the presence of air. We are burning it. Now we'll collect the product form and dissolve it in water, warm water. We'll add red litmus paper to it. We'll observe the change in color and we'll decide the nature of oxide being formed. We'll burn sulfur in a deflagrating spoon in the presence of air and dissolve the oxide formed in water. We'll dip blue litmus paper into the solution and we'll observe the change in the color and decide the nature of the oxide form. What are our observations? The oxide formed by metal turns the red litmus into blue, while the oxide of non-metal turns the blue litmus to red. These are the chemical reaction. Magnesium with oxygen gives MgO. MgO combines with hot water to form magnesium hydroxide. Now this is a basic oxide. Sulfur combined with oxygen to form sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide, this is an acidic oxide, sulfur dioxide. With water it gives you sulfurous acid. So what conclusion we draw? Most of the metallic oxide, they are basic in nature, while most of the non-metallic oxides, these are acidic in nature. An ore on treatment with dilute hydrochloric acid produces brisk effervescence. What type of ore is this? What steps will be required to obtain metal from the enriched ore? So this is a carbonate ore. We use the calcination. First, carbonate ore is heated in limited supply of air and the oxide, zinc oxide is formed with carbon dioxide. Then now we reduce this with carbon. So ZNO reduced with carbon. So oxide ore is heated with carbon to form zinc, and carbon monoxide of course is there. Second part is copper coin is kept immersed in silver nitrate solution for some time. What change will take place in coin and color of the solution? Right, balanced chemical equation of the reaction being involved. So copper, it is more reactive than silver. It is going to displace silver from silver nitrate solution, and there will be deposition of silver on copper coin, and the color of solution will turn to blue. The reaction is copper is replacing Ag from here. So this is silver nitrate. So we get copper nitrate and Ag will be replaced. Give reasons for the following. School bells are made up of metals. Why? Because the metals are sonorous. When stuck with some hard substance, they produce sound, and the shape of the bell is like this, that the sound will be heard at a longer distance as well. Electric wires are made up of copper. It is made up of copper because it is a good conductor of electricity. Suggest a method of reduction for the following metals during metallurgical process. Metal A, which is one of the last, second and third position in the reactivity, one of the last. So A can be easily obtained by chemical reduction using carbon or carbon monoxide as reducing agent. Metal B, which gives vigorous reaction even with water and air, that means it's highly reactive, so we can use the electrolytic reduction, we cannot use the chemical reduction. Metal C, which is kept in the middle of the activity series. So this C can be reduced by reducing agent like aluminium. Define activity series of metal. Arrange the metal gold, copper, iron and magnesium in order of their increase in reactivity. So the series of metal in which the metal are arranged in decreasing order of their reactivity is Au, then Cu, then Fe and Mg. This is increasing order of reactivity. This is the highest reactive, this is the lowest reactive. Then what will you observe when some zinc pieces are put in copper sulfate solution? So zinc in copper sulfate, there is a blue solution which becomes colorless because of this zinc sulfate, and we'll have copper, and because of this we have reddish brown copper metal. This will be deposited. Some silver pieces Ag are put into green colored ferrous sulfate solution. So this Ag, when combined with FeSO4, there will be no reaction. The reaction will not take place. Why? We have seen just now that Au is less reactive than Fe. So Ag, this Au, I'm talking about Au, and if I can write Ag also here. So Ag is less reactive than FeSO4. So reaction will not take place because Ag is less reactive than iron, and reaction Ag will not be able to replace Fe from FeSO4. A green layer is gradually formed on a copper plate left exposed to air for a week in a bathroom. What could this green substance be? There is a formation of basic copper carbonate CuCO3.CuOH voltwise, and the color is because of this. Name the following. A metal which is preserved in kerosene. It's sodium. Why? Because it is highly reactive. A lustrous colored non-metal. Iodine is a lustrous colored non-metal. A metal which can melt while kept on palm. It's gallium. A metal which is poor conductor of heat. That is lead. Explain why calcium metal after reacting with water starts floating on its surface. Write the chemical equation for the reaction. Name one more metal that starts floating after some time when immersed in water. When this metal is going to float, when we have air bubbles attached to it. So calcium starts floating because the bubble of hydrogen gas formed stick to the surface of the metal. So calcium combined with water gives calcium hydroxide. This H2 is it is stuck with this formation. So there is another one. Magnesium react with hot water, and it also starts floating due to the bubble of hydrogen gas sticking to its surface. Give reasons. Aluminum oxide is considered as an amphoteric acid. Why? Because this aluminum oxide reacts with acids as well as bases in order to produce salt and water. So this is aluminum is less electropositive metal. It forms amphoteric oxide which can react with acid as well as base. Ionic compounds conduct electricity in molten state. In order to conduct electricity, we need to have free ions, or ions should be available. Ionic compounds, they conduct electricity in molten state because ions become free to move in molten state. Explain the formation of ionic compound CaO with electron dot structure. Atomic number of calcium and oxygen are given as 20 and 8. Ca, it will, because 2882 is there, it will lose 2 electron to form 288. Oxygen, because it needs 2, so it will take 2 electrons, it will become 28. So Ca2 plus and O2 minus. Bronze, name the constituents metal of bronze. Bronze is made up of copper and tin. A metal X acquires a green color coating on its surface on exposure to air. Identify the metal X and name the process responsible for this change. Name and write chemical formula of the green coating formed on the metal, and list 2 important methods to prevent the process. So metal is copper, the process is corrosion. The second part is its basic copper carbonate, CuCO3.CuOH voltwise. And important methods, it can be coated with tin, it should be mixed with other metals to form alloys. Write balance equation for the reaction of aluminium when heated with air. Write the name of the product. So aluminium when reacted with oxygen in heat, Al2O3, the product form is aluminium oxide. Iron with steam, name the product obtained. So Fe combined with steam, H2O, gives Fe3O4 and hydrogen gas. The product formed is iron 3 from iron 3 oxide. This is iron 3 oxide. Ca, calcium with water. Why does calcium start floating in water? So calcium and water, the bubbles of hydrogen, this hydrogen will get stuck to the surface of CaOH whole twice. Why it is? That's why it's floating. Write balanced chemical equation for following reaction. Dilute sulfuric acid react with aluminum powder. So H2SO4 reacts with Al. It gives you Al2SO4. Dilute hydrochloric acid react with sodium carbonate. HCl react with Na2CO3 to give NaCl, water and carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is passed through lime water. So carbon dioxide passed through lime water, which is calcium hydroxide. It gives you calcium carbonate, which is a white precipitate. What is meant by rusting? Write label diagram, describe an activity to find out the condition under which the iron rust. So what we will do here is, first let us give the answer of this rusting. The process in which the iron will react with oxygen and moisture to form a reddish brown coating of hydrated ferric oxide, Fe2O3XH2O. This is the reason why the corrosion or rusting occurs. The activity will be something like this. We'll take 3 boiling tubes A, B, C. This is A, this is B, this is C. We'll pour some water in test tube A and put some iron nails here and cork it. We'll pour boiled distilled water in another tube and we'll put iron nails. Then we'll put some oil over it so that the oil will float over it and it will prevent the air from entering. Then we'll take some iron nails in test tube third one, C, and we'll put some anhydrous calcium chloride and then we'll cork it. We'll leave these 3 test tube for a few days or one day. A few days will be better, and then observe. If you see here, the iron nails get rusted in test tube A because air and water both are present in it. The iron nails do not get rusted that much in this one because there is water but not air. In C, the second part also there will be no rusting because I'll tell you why. In C, the rusting will not take place because there is neither air nor wall. Here it was oil, so there was water but no air. In third one there is nothing because we put the anhydrous calcium chloride. Iron will get rusted in the presence of air and water, so it will be rusting will be only here, not in these two. Show the formation of Na2O by the transfer of electron between combining atoms. So Na2O, here 1 and 1 is the valency, O required 2. This is Na2O. Why is ionic compounds usually hard? Because they are having strong force of attraction between the oppositely charged ions. How is it that ionic compounds in the solid state, they do not conduct electricity, but they do so when in molten state? In solid state, the ions are not free to move, while in molten state, the ions can freely move. That is why they conduct electricity in molten state. Show on a diagram the transfer of electron between the atoms in the formation of MgO. Write symbol of cation and anion present in MgO. You see here Mg, 2 valence, O required 2, so Mg2 plus O2 minus. MgO contains Mg2 plus as cation and O2 minus as anion. Name the solvent in which ionic compounds are generally soluble. So ionic compounds are soluble in water. Why are aqueous solution of ionic compounds able to conduct electricity? Because of free ions, available ions. It is because aqueous solution consists of ions which can move freely in them and they carry current. What are amphoteric oxides? Choose the amphoteric oxide among these oxides. See, those oxides or oxides which react with acids as well as the bases to produce salt and water, these are called as amphoteric oxides. In this Na2O and ZnO, these are amphoteric oxides among these given oxides. Define mineral Oren Gangi. Mineral, it's a naturally occurring substance from which the metal may or may not be extracted profitably or economically. Aluminium cannot be extracted profitably from mica. Ore, it's a rocky material which contains sufficient quantity of mineral so that the metal can be extracted profitably. For example, the zinc blende. The zinc blende is an ore of zinc from which zinc can be easily and profitably extracted. Gangue. It's a rocky material which is present along with the mineral in the ore. For example, FeO is the gangue when we extract the copper. Write the chemical name of the coating that forms on silver and copper articles when these are left exposed to moist air. So explain what is galvanization first. Let us see this one. Ag2S, silver sulfide. This is formed on silver. Basic copper carbonate CuCO3 .CuOH whole twice is formed on copper. What is galvanization? Coating of zinc over iron is galvanization. What purpose does it solve? It is used to prevent rusting of iron. Define alloy. How are alloys prepared? How do the property of iron change when small quantity of carbon, nickel and chromium are mixed with it? First of all, alloy. This is a homogeneous mixture of two or more metals. One of them can be non-metal. Alloys are prepared by melting two or more metals together. And because of these two, the iron do not rust on adding small quantity of carbon. That is why iron is mixed. When we form alloy of this nickel and chromium, we get stainless steel, which is malleable and it does not get rusted. Differentiate between roasting and calcination. Explain the two with the help of suitable chemical equation. How is zinc extracted from its ore? Roasting. This is a process in which the sulfide ore is heated in the presence of air to convert it into zinc to oxide. We are taking zinc as an example. Calcination. It is a process in which the carbonate, CO3 carbonate ore is heated in the absence of air. There is no oxygen to form oxide. And by the reduction process, this zinc can be extracted from its ore. Zinc oxide with carbon gives you zinc. Name two metals that can be used to reduce metal oxide to metal. So it is aluminium and magnesium. In the formation of compound between two atoms A and B, A loses electron, B gains one electron. What is the nature of bond between A and B? Suggest the formula of the compound formed between A and B. It's an ionic compound, A2 plus B2 minus, because it is forming AB2. In the similar lines, if we want to find out MgCl2 molecules, Mg gives 2 electron to form Mg2 plus. Chlorine takes 2 electron to form 2Cl minus, and Mg2 plus Cl2 minus is the combination. Common salt conducts electricity only in the molten state. Why? Because we have common salt is NaCl. So it is Na plus and Cl minus. These are free to move in molten state but not in solid state. Why is melting point of NaCl high? Why? Because there is a very strong attraction force between Na plus and Cl minus. That is why it is having a high melting point. Carbon cannot be used as reducing agent to form Mg from MgO. Why? This is because Mg, magnesium, is stronger reducing agent than carbon. That is why we cannot use carbon. How is sodium obtained from molten sodium chloride? Give equation of the reaction. So NaCl molten is electrolyzed. Sodium is obtained from molten NaCl by electrolysis. Sodium and chlorine is formed. How is copper obtained from its sulfide ore? Give equation of the reaction. So copper ore is concentrated by a froth flotation process. First roasting is done. Cu2s with oxygen gives you Cu2O and sulfur dioxide. Then we do Bessemerization. This copper oxide react with Cu2s on heating to form blister copper and sulfur dioxide. Then blister copper can be purified by electrolytic refining. How is the method of extraction of metal high up in the reactivity series different from that of the metals in the middle? Why is this same process cannot be applied for them? Explain giving equation the extraction of sodium. So metal which are high up in series are obtained by electrolytic reduction because these metals are quite strong reducing agent. So we cannot use chemical reduction for this. Metal in the middle of series, they are less reactive. And why? Because they are less reactive, they can be obtained by chemical reduction. The same process cannot be used for both of them because highly reactive metals cannot be obtained by chemical reduction. We have to go for electrolytic reduction only. NaCl in molten state, electrolysis is done, so sodium and chlorine is formed. So extraction of sodium is done by electrolysis of molten sodium chloride. Write the names and symbols of two most reactive metals explained by drawing electronic structure. How any one of the two metals react with halogen. State any four physical properties of the compound formed. So potassium and sodium, these are the two most reactive metals, K and Na. The electronic structure is like that. K and Na both have 1 valence electrons. So when they combine with halogen, which has 7 outermost, and they require 1, they form this kind of compound. So Na and K plus forms this type of compound with halogen. The four physical properties of the compound formed by these elements and halogens, that they have high melting point, they are soluble in water, they conduct electricity in molten state, not in solid state, and they are solid and somewhat hard. A metal M, which is one of the best conductor of heat and electricity used in making electric wires, is found in nature as sulfide ores M2S. Now name the metal which process will be suitable for extraction of this metal M from its ore M2S. Write the balanced chemical equation involved in the process of extraction, and with the help of label diagram explain the process of electrolytic refining of the metal. So copper is what we are talking about. First roasting is done, Cu2S, that is M2S, M is copper. M2S combined with oxygen, it gives you Cu2O. Now this Cu2O again combines with Cu2O, which is called Bessemerization. This gives you copper. So this is a it is a concentration by froth flotation process, and then impure copper is purified by electrolytic refining. For the third one, impure metal is taken as anode, whereas pure metal is taken as cathode. So soluble salt of metal is taken as the electrolyte. This is the electrolyte. Now when electric current is passed, impure metal changes to ions which gain electrons at cathode and change into pure metals. The impurities, as you see, impurities are left behind as anode mud. At anode, what is happening? M, it is giving electron, and then at cathode, M is gaining electron to form pure M, pure copper. Give reasons for the following. Silver and copper lose their shine when they are exposed to air. Name the substance formed on their surface in each case. Tarnished copper vessels are cleaned with tamarind juice. Aluminium is more reactive than iron, yet there is less corrosion of aluminium as compared to iron when both are exposed to air. Now first is these metals get corroded. Silver forms Ag2S, that is silver sulfide, and copper form greenish layer of basic copper carbonate, that is CuCO3 dot CuOH whole twice. For this case, tamarind contains acid which react with basic copper sulfate, and the product get dissolved and it is removed from the copper vessel surface. The third one, aluminium form by itself. When combining with oxygen, it forms oxide layer on its surface. After that, it doesn't corrode. But in the case of iron, it is not there, right? Write the electron dot structure of sodium, oxygen and magnesium. So this is sodium 1 valence, oxygen 6 valence, magnesium 2. Show the formation of Na2O and MgO by transfer of electron. Name the ions present in this compound. So we need to have 2 Na to suffice 8 octet of O. So this is Na2O. Mg also, we require 2 electrons from Mg because Mg has the valency of 2. So they will combine, Mg and O will be formed. So Na2O contains Na plus and O2 minus. MgO contains Mg2s, Mg plus 2 and O2 minus ions. Now list 3 properties of ionic compound. They are solids having high melting point, they are soluble in water, and they conduct electricity in molten state as well as in aqueous solution. What are alloys? How they are made? Name the constituents and uses of brass, bronze and solder. Alloys are what? They are homogeneous mixture of 2 or more metal. One of them can be a non-metal also. So they are made by melting a metal which is in large amount first and then adding it to the other. Brass contains copper and zinc. It is used for making decorative articles. Bronze contains copper and tin. It is used for making statues and medals. And solder contains lead and tin. It is used for soldering purposes. A metal is stored under kerosene. When a small piece of it is left open in the air, it catches fire. When the product formed is dissolved in water, it turns red litmus to blue. Name the metal, write the chemical equation when it is exposed to air and when the product is dissolved in water. Explain the process by which the metal is obtained from its molten chloride. So this E is sodium here, which will catch fire in the presence of moisture. So E is sodium. The combination is like this: sodium combines with oxygen to form Na2O. Na2O combines with moisture or water to give us NaOH. Now electrolytic reduction is required here. This is the process. Electric current is passed through the molten NaCl. The sodium is formed at cathode and chlorine gas is liberated at anode. Write two differences between calcination and roasting. So calcination and roasting. Calcination is carried out by heating ore in the absence of air, while roasting is done by, or it is carried out by heating ore in the presence of air. Calcination converts carbonate ore into oxide. Roasting converts the sulfide ores into oxides. A non-metal as X exists in two different forms like Y and Z. Y is hardest natural substance, whereas Z is a good conductor of electricity. We are talking about the diamond and graphite. Identify X, Y, Z. So here X is carbon, Y is diamond as it is the hardest natural substance, and Z is graphite as it is good conductor of electricity. Why does calcium float in water? It is because the hydrogen gas being formed sticks to the surface of calcium, therefore it floats. Name a non-metal which is lustrous, a metal which is non-lustrous. Iodine is the answer is like this: iodine is a metal which is lustrous, and lead is non-lustrous metal. Let me tell you again: non-metal which is lustrous, we are talking about iodine. Metal which is non-lustrous is lead. A gas is liberated when metal reacts with an acid. How will you test the presence of this gas? So hydrogen gas will be formed, and we can bring a matchstick near it, and this H2 hydrogen will burn explosively with a pop sound. Name the metal which react with very dilute HNO3, nitric acid, to evolve hydrogen gas. So this is magnesium. Magnesium react with dilute HNO3 to evolve hydrogen gas. Name two metals which are found in nature in the free state. So these are gold and silver. That is why we can mine them. The way metals like sodium, magnesium and iron react with air and water is an indication of their relative position in the reactivity series. Is the statement true? Justify your answer with examples. Yes, sodium reacts with explosively even with the cold water, so it is most reactive. Magnesium reacts with hot water, so it is less reactive than sodium. Iron reacts only with steam, which shows that it is the least reactive among these three, that is sodium, magnesium. Iron is the least reactive. X combined with YSO4 to give XSO4 and Y. Y combined with XSO4 to give no reaction. That means X is able to replace Y from the sulfate, okay, or the Y sulfate, and Y is not able to displace X. So out of the two elements, X and Y, which is more reactive? X is more reactive in fact. So X is more reactive than Y. Why? Because it is displacing Y from its salt solution. What is an alloy? State the constituents of solder. What property of solder makes it suitable for welding electric wires? So alloy is actually homogeneous mixture of two or more metal, and one of them can be a non-metal also. Solder consists of lead and tin. It has low melting point, and which makes it very suitable for welding the electrical wires. Using the electronic configurations, explain how magnesium atom combined with oxygen atom to form magnesium oxide by transfer of electrons. So magnesium is 12, so 282, so it will leave 2 electron, Mg2 plus, and 2 electron it will leave. Oxygen 26, it requires 2 electrons, so oxygen will gain 2 electron to form O2 minus. Now the octet is fulfilled. This is how it is formed. When a metal X is treated with cold water, it gives base Y with molecular formula XOH. Molecular mass is 40. The liberated gas Z, which easily catches fire. Identify X, Y and Z. So sodium combines with water to give sodium hydroxide and the hydrogen gas. So X is sodium, Y is sodium hydroxide, Z is hydrogen. Write chemical equation which shows aluminum oxide react with acid as well as base. So Al2O3 combines with HCl to form AlCl3 and water. Al2O3 combines with sodium hydroxide to form NaAlO2 and water. Name the main ore of mercury. How is mercury obtained from its ore? So we are talking about cinnabar here. Give balanced chemical equation. What is thermite reaction? How it is used to join the railway track or crack machine parts. Name the method used to extract metal of high reactivity. So cinnabar we are talking about. Mercury is obtained from its ore by roasting. So it is roasted to form Hg, mercury. When aluminum is heated with Fe2O3 to get molten iron, this is called a thermite reaction. And this molten iron is used to weld broken railway tracks. Then the third one is high reactivity. That means only electrolytic reduction is possible. No chemical reaction can be taken care. How can the metals at the top of reactivity series be extracted from their ore? Explain with an example. Name any one alloy from a metal, non-metal, to metal. So first we'll answer the first one. The metals are extracted by electrolytic reduction because they are at the top of reactivity series. They are highly reactive, so we cannot go for the chemical reaction. So aluminum is obtained by or from bauxite by electrolytic reduction. Steel is made up of iron and carbon, metal and non-metal. Brass is made up of two metal, which is copper and zinc. Give two methods to prevent the rusting of iron. Name the ores of the following metals: mercury, zinc. Explain with the help of diagram how metal or copper metal can be refined. Label the important arrangements in the experiment setup. So first answer is this: give two methods to prevent rusting of iron. Painting can be done, galvanization can be done. And mercury and zinc, mercury ore is cinnabar and zinc is zinc blend. From zinc blend zinc is obtained, from cinnabar mercury is obtained. For the third one, see, impure copper is taken as anode. Impure copper is taken as anode, whereas pure copper is taken as cathode. Copper sulfate solution CuSO4 is taken as electrolyte. When the electric current is passed through this, impure copper changes to ions which gain electrons at cathode and changes into pure copper. Impurities are left behind like this as anode mud. The reaction is copper leaves electron, this is impure. At anode, copper this gains electron to form pure copper. With the help of suitable example, explain how ionic compounds are formed. State any three general properties of ionic compounds. So these ionic compounds are formed by transfer of electron from metal to non-metal, metal to non-metal. So this is sodium, it leaves electron, chlorine gains electron, and then NaCl. See, this is leaving electrons, chlorine is gaining electron. This is NaCl. The general properties are: they are solids having high melting point, they are soluble in water, and they conduct electricity in molten state as well as in aqueous solution. Explain with an example how the metal X, which is low in reactivity series, and metal Y, which is high in reactivity series, are obtained from their compound by reduction process. Write the electronic configuration of sodium and chlorine. Show the formation of sodium chloride from sodium and chlorine by transfer of electron. List any two observations when highly reactive metal is dropped in water. So one by one we'll give answer. See, first this is X is obtained by chemical reduction, low reactivity. Y is obtained by electrolytic reduction, high reactivity. Na has 1 electron at its valence, Cl is having 7. So 1 it will gain. So sodium has to leave 1 electron, chlorine has to gain 1 electron. That is why NaCl is formed. Then list any two observation. Metal will catch fire, alkali solution here. Alkali solution is formed when which turns red litmus to blue. The reaction of metal X with ferric oxide is highly exothermic. Metal X is obtained from its oxide by electrolytic reduction. Identify X and write its reaction with ferric oxide. Give reasons to justify the aluminum oxide as an amphoteric oxide. Give another example of amphoteric oxide. Mention constituent metals present in bronze. So X is aluminum actually. Aluminum combines with Fe2O3 to give Al2O3 and iron. Al2O3 reacts with acid as well as base. So this is acid, this is base to form, therefore it is called amphoteric acid. Al2O3 combined with this base to form NaAlO2. Al2O3 combines with the acid to form AlCl3. So zinc oxide is also an amphoteric acid. Here the bronze consists of copper and tin. What is the valency of silicon with atomic number 14? So it is 4, 2, 8, 4 like this. Similarly, what is the valency of phosphorus with atomic number 15? Now valency is always 8 minus the electrons in the last orbit. So we have 8, this is 2, 8 and 5. So 8 minus 5 is 3. What is the valency of element with atomic number 35? I hope you'll be able to do it. So this is 1. Whichever is the last one in the valence in the orbit which is showing the valence, you have to subtract it from 8. Element magnesium and oxygen respectively belong to group 2 and group 16 of the modern periodic table. If the atomic numbers of magnesium and oxygen are 12 and 8 respectively, draw their electronic configuration and show the process of formation of their compound by transfer of electron. So here we have magnesium 282. So this is 2 in the outermost. It is K, L, M. These are 3 orbits. So 2, 8 and 2. Oxygen K and L only will be 2 orbits, and last one will have 6 here. So this will give 2 here to form the octet. So it will leave 2 and this 2 will be left. So this will be also balanced. This will be balanced. So Mg will give 2 electron to form MgO. No reaction takes place when granules of solid A is mixed with powder of solid B. However, the mixture is heated. A reaction starts from the evolution of much heat. Production C of the reaction settle down as liquid metal, and solid product D keeps floating over the liquid. This reaction is sometimes used for making metals for ready use in odd places. Based on this information, make assumptions about A and B, corresponding deductions about C and D. Write balanced chemical equation for the reaction. Include the chemical equation about physical states of the reactants and products. Need for heating for starting the reaction, and the reaction being exothermic. Name 2 types of chemical reaction to which this reaction can belong. So here A is aluminium, B is ferric oxide. Al combined with ferric oxide to gives Al2O3, Fe and heat. So this reaction is actually displacement reaction. Why? Because aluminium is displacing Fe from Fe2O3. It is called a redox reaction because reduction and oxidation is going on simultaneously. Aluminium is a reducing agent and Fe2O3 is oxidizing agent. Arrange the following methods in decreasing order of reactivity. So this is K, Na, Cu, Ag. Sodium and potassium. Potassium is the highest, Ag is the lowest. An ore on heating in air produces sulfur dioxide. Which process would you suggest for its concentration? Describe briefly any 2 steps involved in the conversion of this concentrated ore into related metal. So this is concentration, or it is concentrated by the froth flotation process. Roasting and reduction. Roasting, the concentrated sulfide ore is heated strongly in the presence of air to convert it into oxide. Now this oxide metal is reduced with suitable reducing agent. In this case we are using carbon to get the free metal. Give reason for the following observation. Ionic compound in general have high melting and boiling points. Highly reactive metals cannot be obtained from their oxides by heating them with carbon. Copper vessels get a green coat when left exposed in the air in the rainy season. So we'll answer one by one. See, first one. Ionic compounds have high melting and boiling point due to strong force attraction between oppositely charged ion. And here the answer it is because the metals themselves are by themselves strong reducing agent. So they cannot be reduced by reducing agent like carbon. Copper vessel react with carbon dioxide, oxygen and moisture to form green colored basic copper carbonate CuCO3.CuOH whole twice. State reason for the following observation. The shining surface of some metal becomes dull when exposed to air for a long time. So this is because the metal react with substances which are present in atmosphere to form surface compound, which makes it dull and non-lustrous. Zinc failed to evolve hydrogen gas on reacting with dilute nitric acid. Why? Because dilute HNO3 is oxidizing agent. Therefore, zinc gives NO and not H2, right, with dilute nitric acid. Metal sulfide occur mainly in rocks, but metal halides occur mostly in sea and lake waters. Why? Because sea water contains sodium chloride, due to which the metal halides are formed. while sulfur is found below rock. Therefore, metal sulfides are found in rocks. State reason for the following: electric wires are covered with rubber-like material. Why? Because rubber is insulator. It's bad conductor of electricity, so it does not allow current to flow through it, and you will be saved from the shock. From dilute hydrochloric acid, zinc can be liberated, or zinc can liberate hydrogen, but copper cannot. Why? Because zinc is more reactive than hydrogen. So it can displace hydrogen from dilute HCl, whereas copper will not be able to do it because it is less reactive than hydrogen. Sulfide ore of metal is first converted to its oxide to extract the metal from it. Why? Because it is easier to reduce oxide ore as compared to sulfide ore. What is meant by corrosion? Name any two methods used for prevention of corrosion. So corrosion is a process in which the metal will react with the substance which are present in the atmosphere or environment to form the surface compounds on the surface. So the prevention will be galvanization, electroplating. Galvanization is the process of preventing corrosion of iron by using zinc as the surface coating. Electroplating is also used for preventing the corrosion. Then the next one, concentration of ore. Sulfide ore will be concentrated by froth flotation process. So sulfide ore will be collected in froth, whereas gangue will be left behind. Then roasting. Sulfide ore is heated strongly in the presence of oxygen to form metal oxide and sulfur dioxide. This is Ms, oxygen, MO will be given. Reduction, MO react with carbon, which will act as a reducing agent to form metal and carbon monoxide. So this is reducing agent, will get the metal. Electrolytic refining, impure metal is purified by electrolytic refining. So impure metal is taken as anode, pure metal is taken as cathode, soluble metal of metal is taken as electrolyte, and impure metals form metal ions which will gain electron and to form pure metal at cathode. Distinguish between ionic and covalent compounds under the following properties. Strength of forces between constituent elements. It is strength. They have strong forces of attraction. In covalent, they have weak forces of attraction. Then solubility of compounds in water. Ionic compounds, they are soluble in water. Covalent compounds, they are insoluble in water. Electrical conduction in substances. So ionic compounds, they conduct electricity in aqueous solution. Covalent compounds, they do not conduct electricity in aqueous solution. Next one, explain how the following metal are obtained from their compounds by reduction process. Metal M, which is in the middle of reactivity series. So metal M, which is in the middle of reactivity series, will be reduced by aluminium. So this MnO2 combined with aluminium gives you L2O3 and Mn. Metal N, which is high up in the reactivity series. So we will use the electrolytic reduction, and aluminium, this is obtained by electrolytic reduction only. So these were the questions being asked in the board and certain important questions. Thank you so much and take care of yourself.